It's that time of year again.
Yeah, man. Snow's on the ground. Trees up.
Yep.
Nog's on the shelf. I'm a little...
Nog's been on the shelf for a while.
Do you know what I saw the other day? I know you have a question to ask me, but do you know what I saw the other day?
What?
Like yesterday, and I almost bought it, and it looks amazing.
Eggnog?
Peppermint eggnog.
Oh, that's disgusting.
How do you know?
Because it's got peppermint in it.
Yeah, but maybe it's incredible.
No.
It could be good. I'm going to buy it, and you'll drink it because you're like, wow, it's nog.
No, I won't.
Really?
It's got mint in it. I don't want mint in my nog. Don't mint my nog.
At your age, you should just, sometimes shit like that's going to happen.
Well.
What do you want to know?
This is tricky.
Okay.
Because, we both watch a lot of movies.
Yep.
And
we've both been around for a bunch of Christmases.
And we love the Christmas.
Yep.
And all the Christmas movies.
Sure do.
Picking a movie, like
trying to find a movie the other person hasn't seen.
Yeah, like we've both seen like all the classics. All the good stuff's pretty much been clean picked through.
Yeah. Let's just end the podcast. Let's just delete.
Going out on a mediocre note.
Delete everything.
But man, I found this one that I watched about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago? Yeah.
Watched it about 2 years ago.
You're doing great.
Yeah. I said watched about 2 years ago.
What
have you seen Klaus?
Klaus?
Klaus.
Like K-L-A-U-S,
yeah.
Klaus?
Yeah, not like the Santa Claus with
I've
Tim Allen.
I've seen it
just Klaus.
I've seen it in the sense that if someone were to
Netflix
say,
film.
"Hey, have you seen the peppermint eggnog in the store?" and I would say yes, but I haven't partaken of it. I know of it. I know it's a thing. Well, I know it's an animated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what you think of that.
Okay, before we jump into this episode, I feel like there's a disclaimer that we're supposed to give often, we never give, which is spoilers ahead for Klaus. The other disclaimer that I love to give this time of year is if you have children in the car with you, this might not be the episode for them. We're going to talk about Christmas. We're really going to talk about Christmas.
We're going to talk about the big red guy and everything that is and is not about him.
Moving forward, there's your warning. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Santa Claus is real. I bet you didn't see that coming.
Okay, question. Do you do Santa with your kids?
Kind of.
So walk me through.
Santa. So, well, with the boys, it's like they're not old. This year will probably be like a year where they start to kind of get it. At least the older one.
Oh, really?
He's 4 going 5, right?
Really? Okay.
Well, below that, they don't. Presents are presents. They don't care.
Oh, we did in my house. No, it depends on how.
We don't hit it. We don't go hard into it.
Depends on how hard you hit your kids with Santa.
With the oldest, who's 13 this year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was always Santa. We pretend Santa is real.
Oh, okay.
Santa. We like.
So she never believed.
Well, we don't dissuade the belief,
right?
But we don't.
Well, saying we're pretending kind of feels like dissuading.
Yeah, but yes, and it's the presentation of it is not that it's not real, but we're not also kind of quote unquote lying to our children about a make believe person.
I want that's why this is why
so we kind of I say I would if I were to phrase it,
Yeah.
I would say we believe in a soft Santa.
Right.
Wow. Santa light.
At his age. No.
He went on a diet.
So, and this is why
Also, Santa never gives the good gifts in our house.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Santa gives the mediocre stockings, and mediocre gifts are what Santa does.
So
the good gifts are always from mom and dad.
What I'm about to say, and this is just like literally, like, honestly, I'm going to act like I'm judgy of other parents here. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's your kids. You do you. I'm going to talk about what it was like in my house growing up. Because I feel like, so would you say what you're doing with your kids now is akin to what it was like for you growing up? Because I feel like that's usually the trend.
My parents were like, Santa's real. This gift is from Santa.
Right. Okay.
And we kind of figured it out on our own.
Right.
Kind of the traditional Santa thing. But I would say like the good gifts were from my parents. Still.
Right. Okay. So in my house growing up, we like it was we did the whole thing, right? Like cookies on the plate.
Yeah.
And
we did that.
My
as kids,
mom,
and we do that. With
my
ours.
mom would go out. So in the house I grew up in, there was a patio door that led out to a deck. We didn't have a chimney. Well, we had a chimney. We didn't have a fireplace. Right. So there wasn't like that kind of Santa comes down the chimney. In our house, Santa came through the back door. It was just kind of, was what it was.
Santa's got a key.
My mom, Christmas Eve, would put my dad's work boots on and trudge through the snow on the deck. So it looked like there had been someone in boots walking up to the, like we did it. Right. Like it was the whole thing. And it's interesting because as a kid, and that's the approach that I would take with my children, right? Santa all the way. I don't see it as, because everyone's like, well, you lie to your children. And I'm like, oh, come on. To me, and this is not a word I use very often. I'm not a part of this. I like to separate myself from this. But I feel like it sort of applies here. The people who are like, well, lie to your children. That is the most woke bullshit that I have ever. So as a kid, Christmas Eve, the sheer magic and wonderment and awe of what was about to happen that night. Of the magic of Santa and the existence of Santa and his reindeer, and that he's going to deliver gifts all over the world, and that it's this absolutely incredible thing at an age as a child where
you can believe it.
You can believe in that, right? And you can lose yourself to that incredibleness.
Yeah, I want to just specify as we're waxing poetic about Santa Claus, like. With my boys, it will be Santa is real for another 5 to 6 years. Yeah. And then it will be we like to pretend Santa is real.
Sure, 100%.
Like we will gently break that to them in our own way.
So my parents let me believe as long as, specifically my mom, I think my mom cared more. My mom let me believe as long as
she could trick you.
As long as
long as she could pull the wool over your gullible eyes.
And I was the oldest, right? I was the oldest. It was her first baby that she was doing Santa with. And so she wasn't going to be the one to rip that rug out from underneath me. And so I don't remember how old I was. But I had caught wind of something at school. Right, like the kids were talking,
teasing or poking fun.
No, not really. I don't think that happened because I don't think it was a situation where it was like, well, of course Santa's real, and it's like, eat ice, loser. No, like I don't think
you still believe in Santa when you wear diapers still.
I don't think that was it, but I think I heard other kids talking, and I was maybe at the age where I was like, well, I'm going to start questioning things. So I'll never forget it. We were at here in town. We were at the public pool, and at the public pool there's 2 sections to our pool. There's a adult full-sized regular pool, and then there's the kiddie wading pool. And attached to the kiddie wading pool, there's sort of the kiddie wading pool is like a gross worm. And attached to it, there's sort of like this weirdly foaming hot tub. I don't know what the foam
same
is.
Temperature of the kiddie pool.
But it's, and so the hot tub temperature is not gross because you're sitting in it and you're like, well, it's supposed to be a hot tub. But the hot tub's just open to the rest of the pool and it's all the same temperature.
It's all the same water.
And so it's a little weird. Anyways, we're sitting in that hot tub. And the pool's about this, the 2-hour swim or whatever it is, the free swim is about to be up. And I ask my mom, we're literally down to the like 30 seconds before swim's over. And I ask my mom, is Santa real? And she's doing the math in her head and she realizes that
time's up.
At time's up. And so and I can't remember the wording. I can't remember what she said, but she let me down gently, right? She told me, no. And then the whistle.
And you couldn't swim, so you ran and jumped off into the deep end.
So then they blow the whistle, and we're like walking back to the change rooms, and I'm putting two and two together, and I go, well, what about the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny? And she goes, no, those aren't real.
She's just broke it all for you.
So she let me down real gently with Santa. And then she came in with that southpaw and just clocked me in the face.
Grew up, Brady. You're 8.
Anyways, hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast. That's Carl.
Brady.
And we're here to talk about all our miserable childhood.
So your mom went hardcore in. Did she do Elf on the Shelf?
No. Elf on the Shelf was not in our house, ever. And I
didn't even know Elf on a Shelf was a thing till like 10 or 15 years ago.
Me neither. Like I was an adult when I caught wind of it, and I turned my nose up at the families that do it. I think mostly because I have no reference for like I didn't grow up with it, and so I think the people that do it.
Also, having kids now, the idea of doing Elf on the Shelf seems like a complete pain in the ass.
It seems like a pain in the it seems like 3 things to me. It seems like a pain in the ass. It seems like just a way of controlling your children into being good children. Because isn't that the thing, right?
Yeah.
Alf's, he's always watching.
On you.
Yeah. But it also requires, look, it's one thing to get an 8-year-old to buy into the fact that magic is real and Santa's in the North Pole and blah, blah, blah. It is a whole other level of Toy Story bullshit for this kid. Like it just feels
an inanimate object is running around at night.
Yes, and then
mischief.
and then becoming unconscious or just completely inanimate again when you're awake.
Yeah.
Right? It feels like lighting an early fuse on Santa Claus because if your 6-year-old isn't questioning the Elf on the Shelf, your 6-year-old's an idiot. Like I don't. And then what's now? There's a Christmas pickle. Have you heard of this?
Christmas pickle?
Yeah, people get these little like pickle ornaments and they hang it on the Christmas tree. And I don't know what I don't know if you're supposed to move it or if you like. I don't know what the deal with the Christmas pickle is, but I know it's a thing.
Is it like a real pickle or like
no? It's like it's an ornament.
Pickle?
Yeah, it's like a.
What do you do with it?
Glass ornament. You hang it on your tree, but it's like it's a thing. Like it's not just like one retailer once sold it. It's like the Christmas pickle.
It's a Christmas ornament that you just hang on your tree and that's it.
Hang on. I don't know.
That doesn't seem like much of a tradition.
Google. Like, should we go Gemini or ChatGPT? Who are we talking to today?
I don't care.
Wow. Well, way to play along with the bit. What is the deal? What's the deal with
What's the deal?
the Christmas pickle.
Pickle.
The Christmas pickle tradition is a quirky holiday custom, but the deal is that it's supposed to be a German origin and likely a myth. It involves an ornamental pickle, usually glass, being hidden deep within the branches of the Christmas tree. On Christmas morning, the first person to find the pickle gets a reward. The reward often includes an extra present or special treat, the privilege of opening the first gift, or good luck for the coming year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How do you open your presents? We're going to get... No, wait. Well, no, hang on.
We need to
move on.
We've got a month of episodes.
We can't just talk about just Christmas. Yeah, we'll save that question for a future episode.
Yeah. So we watched Klaus.
Klaus.
Yeah.
Klaus.
So, initial impressions?
Take
it away, sir.
When I first started watching this film, the first time I ever saw this film.
For a second, I thought you started that like, those one-person plays where it's just a small theater
okay.
and a guy in a black turtleneck sitting on a stool with one light
one leg up, one leg down.
Chapter 1. I emerge through the birth
from
canal.
my cocoon.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
The first time I watched this film.
Yeah.
And it first kind of started I wasn't sure about it. I thought, well, okay, this is going to be subpar. And I will say that I was pleasantly surprised, and that will be my initial impression.
Wow. That's all you're giving me.
We're supposed to keep them short, right?
Yes. Okay. There are many things I enjoy about this film. There was a moment towards the end where I thought that this film was going to let me down, where it was going to miss the mark. And then at the very last second, it corrected itself. And so thumbs up for this movie.
Okay.
It was really discombobulated of an initial impression.
A little all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like mine a little bit, but mine was shorter.
Yeah.
I win.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with this. Getting into the Christmas season. I don't think we did this last time, but I feel like we touched on some of it. Before we dive in, and before we dive into our kind of Christmas season of watching stuff, for you, what are the top 2, 3, 4, 5? What are like the things? Make a short list. What makes a good Christmas movie for you? What makes it something that you like it enough that you would maybe not every year go back to it, but you would be on the list of potentials to watch each year?
Is this is the question a Christmas movie has to have this?
I would say like a good Christmas movie. Like it doesn't have to have Santa, but it
right.
If it has Santa, it has to do this. Just
okay.
like a general
5 things.
Sure.
So it has to be heartwarming.
Check. I would agree with that.
It should have even if it's a darker film like a Christmas Carol rendition, obviously that ends in a really heartwarming way.
Yeah.
So it has to be heartwarming. This one's going to sound stupid, but I feel like it bears including. It has to actually be about Christmas.
So not Die Hard.
Not Die Hard.
Okay.
Right.
Fair.
And
fair.
not several, not the holiday. Right? Not
Christmas can't just be the setting.
It can't just be it has to be about
right.
Christmas.
Fair. Well, I'm either on the fence or leaning towards it being Die Hard being a Christmas movie. I would agree with your statement still.
Right? Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
If it was a Christmas movie, it's not a good Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie in the same sense that Forrest Gump is a war film.
Yeah. I would say if it's a Christmas movie, it's a bad Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If it's an action film, it's a great action film.
So heartwarming has to actually be about Christmas. I would like, for me, and this isn't I automatically write off all Christmas movies that don't have this, but again, you're with the stipulation of I'm going to return to this every year or frequently.
Consider it.
It's going to get put into the circulation.
Yeah.
I'd like there to be an element of magic.
Right. Yes. That was on my list. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be hit you over the head magic.
Doesn't have to be actual magic. It'd be like Kevin McAllister's mom showing up Christmas morning.
Sure. A Christmas miracle counts as Christmas magic. I would like there to be some sort of Christmassy soundtrack. Something that feels, whether it's a rendition of Carol of Bells or it's Bing Crosby's ba-da-da-dum-bum bum.
Right.
Right. That just kind of sucks me in and puts me into the mood.
I never thought about that one. I would like if I had written this list down prior, I don't think I would have added that. But quickly kind of running through kind of my top Christmas movies that I always want to watch. Like, yeah, definitely. I don't think there's anything on there that hits that. Die Hard even has that.
And finally, for my fifth thing, if I need a fifth thing, I really like when a Christmas film. Part of what happens in this film should be on, around, or focused on Christmas Eve. I want to see Christmas because there's something about Christmas Eve, again, tying into that magic element.
Okay.
There is something about Christmas Eve where all of a sudden anything's possible.
Right.
Once the sun goes down and it's Christmas Eve and people's lights are on, especially if it's one of those nights where the snow's got that like sparkle to it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, tonight is the night of wondrous possibility, of goodwill towards men and women and, whatever.
If Halloween is when the veil is thinnest, then Christmas Eve
is when it's the thickest.
Is when Santa's the thickest.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That started good, and I couldn't finish it proper. Somebody else do it for me.
So those would sort of be. Do you have I assume you have a list. That's why
you pretty much hit all of the ones that I would, minus the music. I didn't even consider music.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Christmas Eve. For me, I don't think I'd put that on my list because I think it's a given. If it's a Christmas movie, then it's happening close enough to in and around Christmas that you're going to get Christmas Eve at some point and Christmas Day at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wouldn't put it on my list because it would be a given.
And Santa doesn't need to be a part of it, but if Santa is a part of it, I love this either. I love not necessarily changing, but reinventing or giving me a fun twist
being creative
on how it came to be,
or how it works,
or how it works,
or how he works,
or anything.
Yeah.
Which this feels like a good spot to put this in. I've pulled up the transcript of a video that I love. It's a YouTube short, so it's 1:20. I'm going to read this transcript to you because this is absolutely incredible. This is something I've known for a long time, and I feel like a lot of people know, but I feel like maybe some people still don't. Santa Claus.
What about him?
You know where Santa Claus comes from.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So here's the transcript of this, and I want to talk about this super brief, and then we'll dive into
the Santa Claus we know is Coca-Cola,
yes,
but they ripped him from Saint Nicholas, the Catholic saint.
So now I know what you're thinking. Christmas is such a big deal. Where are we here? Hang on. Let me give you an example. This is a guy giving like a college lecture on marketing, I think.
Sure.
He says, let me give you an example that's not political, but it's really fun attempt to manipulate the normative realm with the intention of changing economic behavior. So a little bit over or around, I should say, 125 years ago. Right? 125 years ago, Coca-Cola was doing the math on its sales. I believe by that point, it already abandoned the cocaine content. It was just cola at that point. But once you name something cocaine cola, how do you ever walk back from that? You know what I mean? It's too good of a name. So they noticed something. People bought Coca-Cola in the summer. A little bit in the fall, a little bit in the spring, not in the winter. People didn't think of it as a winter drink. So the Coca-Cola advertisers were like, well, wouldn't it be great if we could somehow trick people or convince people or talk people into Coke, or like brainwash them into drinking Coca-Cola in the winter too.
And then some dude in the boardroom was like, polar bears.
Right. So now I know what you're thinking. Christmas is such a big deal. Not back then. It wasn't. Easter was the big deal. Christmas was important. People would go to mass to commemorate Christ's birth, but everyone's born and real interesting. What? This is doing a weird job of transcribing this, but basically, and then came back 2 days later, and that's fascinating, which is why people had to focus on. Oh yeah, right. To commemorate Christ's birth, but everyone's born. The real interesting thing is being killed, executed, and then coming back 2 days later. And that's fascinating, which is why people had focused on Easter so much instead of Christmas. So what Coca-Cola advertisers did was they found a saint who was about to be decanonized. Santa Claus. The Catholic Church, he hasn't performed. They were like, he hasn't performed a miracle for a while. Let's unemploy him. They grabbed him. They merged him with the story of Saint Nick. And then they got somebody got inspired, and the inspiration was to merge him with Kris Kringle. Now, Kris Kringle was a Danish thief whose job in the day was a chimney sweep. He could pop his shoulders out and could fit down a chimney. He would rob your house and then work his way back up the chimney, but you had a clean chimney. And they merged this all together, and they took St. Nicholas.
If you gave the chimney sweep milk and cookies, he wouldn't rob you.
Right. So they do all this, right? But then they took St. Nicholas out. He was usually portrayed as a young man in a skinny young man, green and brown clothing. They stuck him in Coca-Cola colors, which was red and white.
No.
They made him an old guy so that he was more approachable and gentle.
Friendly, yeah.
And they doubled down on Coca-Cola colors by giving him rosy cheeks. Let's make him a little redder.
Yeah.
It is wild to me. And I'm going to make a blanket statement here. There will never be, ever, for the rest of humanity, I don't care what you say, there will never be a more incredible and absolutely world-changing advertisement campaign that just
You need to look into wedding bands and diamonds.
no, but that
It's
just
the same thing.
that takes on. I mean, but people have had wedding bands for thousands of years.
Not diamond engagement rings, though.
Well, but
diamond engagement.
yeah, but that's fine.
rings
But
I would say it's the same thing. I agree with you. It is crazy how it has
just
changed
took on its
the
own
world.
and now has nothing
But
to do.
diamond engagement rings have done the same thing.
See, but it's a little bit different because diamond engagement rings, it was the diamond companies that were selling that.
Well, the difference, I think, would be Coca-Cola had a solid product and
Right.
and a marketable brand.
Yes.
Diamond companies had to band together
Band.
and sell you garbage.
Right.
It was a garbage stone. Nobody wanted it.
Okay.
Right.
But what's
It's
wild?
like lobster.
but
Lobster used to be garbage. Dude, nobody would eat
But what's
lobster.
wild is those two are still associated, right? You go to get proposed, or you go to get engaged, you go to the diamond companies and you buy the ring and you do whatever.
Right. But you never used to go to a diamond company.
Right. But now you do.
Now you do.
Santa Claus has got nothing to do with Coke now.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's completely separate.
They don't own him anymore because they can't, because he's become what's the like, you can't go like trampoline, right? Trampoline's a brand name, but now trampoline is just
ubiquitous.
the name. Yeah,
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. Anyways,
It's just become Norman
Klaus.
nomenclature.
Klaus. Half an hour into this episode, Klaus.
Outgrew its own lore.
So hit me.
Hit you.
Yeah. With your best shot.
It was
Fire
well.
away.
It's funny. It's actually kind of funny that we did this the Coca-Cola thing, because that's essentially what this film does. You
Go
have
on.
a postman
Right.
who's like, to get back to my cushy life,
Yeah.
I need to sell a product,
Yeah.
and he markets a product.
Yep.
And he sells the crap out of it
And ends up creating Santa
and
Claus.
ends up creating Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. Funny that now that you.
So I have
talk about
griefs and I have praises.
Yeah.
Let me know how you want
Let's
to do
end
this.
on a high note. It's
Okay.
Christmas.
So griefs. Number 1 is a grief. Number 2 is a question.
Okay.
Which one would you like first?
Question.
Question. So essentially, this town is comprised of 2 families, correct?
For the most part.
For the most part. And for the most part, these 2 families do not intermingle. They do not.
I know where you're going here.
Procreation in this town is
sure.
a mess.
Yeah, they don't like to hang out with each other.
Right? Like
Yeah.
procreation in this
Yeah.
town. There's a reason why the people of this town look a little funny. Why some of them are ogres and some of them
Yeah.
look quite sickly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of inbreeding
More
going on in Smorgasbord
I
or
would,
whatever. Smearsburg?
Smearsburg.
Is that what it is? Smearsburg?
Something like that.
Smears?
Something
Smirnoff?
like that. Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. I mean, devil's advocate would say something to the effect of I'm not defending it. This is, but like, how inbreeding is it if you marry your 4th cousin 4 times removed on the grandpa's side?
It worries me that you're...
Like, we're all related to some degree.
Sure.
I agree with you. It's just devil's advocate. I'm not going any further than to say that. But yeah, there's definitely some inbreeding. When Muffin knows how to say is mine.
Yeah. Like, I mean, education's not great in the town, so there's also that.
There's that too.
But when the happiest day of your life is when your cousin stops humming and hawing and finally pops the question, that's
Yeah.
a rough. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The story of Christmas. Incest.
Yeah.
So that's a question. It's not so much a grief. It's a question. My grief. So I need to look up the cast because I was able to pick out
Quite a cast.
one name. There was one name that I was able to
From The Voice?
successfully identify.
Who's that?
Joan Cusack.
Okay.
And if I'm going down the grief trail, her voice really did not match the elderly, decrepit woman that she was playing.
That was impressive that you picked
whatever.
her out then.
Okay, so it is Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald was the other one that I was close to. I considered Norm Macdonald. I didn't know if it was him or if it was the guy that plays Marlin, Nemo's dad from Finding Nemo.
Okay, yeah.
Both were possible. Norm Macdonald is toning down his Norm Macdonaldness in this a little bit, and so that's why I was unsure. At no point did I approach J.K. Simmons for Klaus. Not at all.
Yeah, he puts on a good show.
And Jason Schwartzman as Jesper, maybe. I mean, Jason Schwartzman doesn't often pop into my head when I'm
He's not
trying to figure out.
well-known. Like, he's in a lot of stuff, but he's never really ever a lead.
Yeah. So the casting of Jason Schwartzman and Jason Schwartzman's performance and the choice the direction he chose to go with his performance is one of my griefs.
Do tell.
I would have cast someone else.
Like a better name? More well-known name? Or
Oh, it definitely would have been a more well-known name.
of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And the only reason I would cast this... Now, someone's going to say, well, of course you would cast that person. You have a love affair with that person. Every line that Jason Schwartzman did in this film as Jesper felt like he was trying to do an impression of or tap into the delivery and stylings of Ryan Reynolds. It feels his performance in this is very Ryan Reynolds-esque. Very Ryan Reynolds-esque. And once I had tapped into that, it was all I could hear. And so there's a part of me that goes, this would have been 5% better had it been Ryan Reynolds.
I mean,
It would have made more money.
On
that's
one
for
hand,
sure.
obviously, right? You got name recognition and I would say definitely better talent.
Obvious talent, yeah.
I don't think I would draw the same conclusion from the performance.
Okay. And that's fine.
I mean, because I've seen him in some other stuff, and he's kind of that way anyway.
My super ex-girlfriend or whatever that.
Well, even some of the stuff he's done for...
You've seen that, right?
What's his name? That weird eccentric director.
Well, he's in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah, too. But what's the... what's the director that does all those really weird, almost look low budget films that have all the A-listers pop up in? And, oh man, he did I think it was Grand Budapest.
Oh, crap. Bill Murray's in a lot of those movies. Yeah. He did Fantastic Mr. Fox. What's his name?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
He's in a lot of Wes Anderson films.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen him in a bunch. Yeah, here he is. He's in Grand Budapest.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. He's
I don't think
he's an actor with some range, and I'm sure I've seen him in a few things where he's kind of acts similar to what we see in this.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad in this. I just think
you locked into something Ryan Reynolds-esque, and you couldn't stop thinking about it. All right.
Couldn't shake it.
That's fair.
And then all of a sudden I was like, I wish it was Ryan.
Yeah.
Just because,
I could see that. especially right near the beginning where he's playing spoiled brat. Like that's very. What was the Ryan Reynolds did the college film.
Van Wilder.
Van Wilder.
Yeah.
Which apparently is based off of my favorite comedian's life.
Who?
Burt Kreischer.
Is it based off him?
Yeah. So Burt Kreischer, I've seen an interview a while back of Burt talking about how he wrote the script, or he helped with the script, and he licensed it out, and a studio picked it up, and he's never seen the film. Burt Kreischer's never seen the film because his dream is to sit down with Ryan Reynolds and watch it for the first time.
I feel like he could make that happen. Like, why does that not happen?
Yeah, now he probably could. He's big enough.
Yeah. So it was stuff like at the beginning, but it was also moments of like, when Klaus is holding up the drawing and where is this? Right. And he goes, of course I know where that is.
Oh, yeah,
it's just down the hill. Like, just head down. Oh, or why don't I show you where it is? Yeah, I could do that. Right. Like stuff like that. Just that sort of quick banter stuff that he had.
Yeah. It felt a little more nervous and neurotic than what Ryan Reynolds usually puts on, though.
Typically does. But I would have loved to see Ryan tap into that.
Right.
Right. Anyways, that's a small grievance.
Right.
Small grievance. Aside, I don't know if I have any
that's about it.
Other grievances. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the beginning. Like the first 5 minutes of this film, I thought, it's not going to be for me.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I was talking about in my initial impression.
I don't like his when he's in like that tent thing and whatever. It felt, they hit you right from the beginning. They hit you hard with Goofy.
Yeah.
And when it was so much Goofy, so early on, I started to worry, we're not going to get
it's gonna be like this all the time.
Yeah, we're not going to get the heart.
Yeah.
Luckily that turns.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of, I think they do that they've done that on purpose to just kind of emphasize the selfishness of this character.
Right.
And the journey he's about to go on. But then I think that combined with the animation style, like the animation style, especially the first time I watched it,
the animation style is wonderful.
Took me a little bit to get used to.
Oh no, I liked it right from the get.
You were like, did Tim Burton direct this?
It feels Tim Burton-y at times, especially those like four kids that are like clearly dead inside.
Pushing a carrot into the snowman that's already full of carrots.
They're like borrowed from the set of the Addams Family.
Yeah. So that animation style, well, I'm not saying it's bad. Just for like a Christmas movie, felt weird.
I just like that it's unique. That it's like it's clearly not just like, Illumination did this, or it's a Disney film.
It grows on you. Like even if you come into it, start watching it, and you feel like I did, it very quickly grows on you.
Yeah,
and you're like, it's kind of a emphasis of the characters we see, right?
Yeah.
Like the scrawny, weak mailman is also kind of a scaredy cat and a sly kind of weasel, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of thin and wiry like a weasel.
Yeah.
The big, strong, muscly Klaus has got a lot of heart, a lot of character, and he's immovable in his morals.
Yeah.
Right? His character, the stature of his character portrays who he is.
Yeah.
And you get that with all the characters.
Yeah. My positive thing, the thing that I thought was going to be like the near miss for me, but then, or near miss, the almost miss, but then we fixed it, was like, so obviously this is the story of the origin of it all.
The origin of Santa. Where did Santa Claus come? Well, the opening narration is like the letters we write.
Yeah.
Where are they? Well, I bet you think they always write that one to Santa Claus. But how did that start?
Now, it's a little odd that this is not the North Pole.
Yeah, it's pretty far north, but not North Pole.
Pretty far north. Now, we'll circle back to that. Because we'll just say it right now. Maybe now... Like, maybe although it began in Smearsburg, once it took on the supernatural element that it is when the movie ends.
The soul of Klaus rests in the North Pole.
Well, not just right. That's where the toys are being made. And that's where, like, who knows what... We don't know what that took on.
Right.
Right? Is he just a spirit that appears once a year? Or is he reincarnated with his Lydia or whatever her name was, and now she's Mrs. Claus and they're in the North Pole and they're doing their thing? Who knows? Right? Like he was sent back that was Gandalf the Grey. I am Gandalf the White. Right? Like who knows? Who knows? So it's the telling of the origins of Christmas, and I loved
Santa Claus. Because Christmas is already a thing,
right? Of Santa Claus, and I like the little, like, as it starts to come, right, little folklore that's popping up around the town, right, and the origins of the naughty list.
I like that because how the folklore comes about.
Yeah,
because almost all of it is unintentional. Some of it is laced by Jasper. Like the naughty list. Jesper, sorry.
Yep.
Like the naughty list and having to write the letter and stuff. But then things like the sleigh flying through the air was just like complete happenstance.
Yeah.
And
people talk and they're like, okay, well, let's run with this. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Christmas is kicking off with Santa and they're doing the thing and they're like, and then we expanded and we had to get on the boat and do all this stuff and which that part seems a little hokey to me because even at that scale I'm like, you're not doing that all in one night, but whatever. And the whole time that's happening, right at the end of the film, I'm thinking, okay, but we haven't introduced an actual, like, so far it's just real people doing real good things. And we haven't introduced magic. And so
a little bit, but not
really,
like,
not there's no magic in the logistics of what they're doing.
In the logistics, no, but they have hinted at there's some sort of magic or spirituality happening.
His wife's watching over.
When he walks around, there's this weird glittery blue snow that swirls around his feet. Or when Jesper's standing there and there's a swirling snow portal and Jesper turns and it just like disappears. It's like, okay, there's something going on.
So, but we're watching this and you know, and Christmas, and then it expanded and we did like all this stuff and year after year, and I'm thinking to myself, right, and then like before they even show it, I'm thinking, and then 10 years later he dies because he's an old man, and we have not figured out the why this is still happening today thing. Yeah. And so I was thinking, okay, are you just going to, because this was before I realized they were going to show us him dying. So I thought, okay, like this is a little bit of a plot hole here. We're just gonna skip over this. It's gonna be like, and Christmas continued and blah blah blah, and everyone was happy.
For me, there was a moment where I thought that Jesper was going to take on that, like when he comes to the door with the mustache.
So that's when I started to. I thought that once he found, because then it was like, and then 12 years later, and 12 years later he died, and then I expected that when we saw Jesper show up to discover that he was gone, we would see that Jesper had gone full beard.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. He's clean shaven again.
He took the mustache off because the wife didn't like it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? And
well, we've seen Klaus disappear at that point.
Yes. And
walking in the woods, and then he just disappears.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, so then when, like, someone's got to take... So then I was still thinking, okay, well, obviously Jesper's still going to be the one to take up the mantle, and the school teacher lady is going to become Mrs. Claus, and... we're just going to see that he realizes that he's tucking his children in or whatever, and he realizes that it's now come to him and that he needs to continue on, and that the story would be that then he has a protege, and that that this mantle has just been passed over and over and over. And I'm like, it still doesn't cover the whole, like, you still have a scaling problem here worldwide.
You just have Santa Inc.
And then they tie it up real nicely. An argument could be made for lazily, just because it's convenient, but I don't think it is. I think
there's enough foreshadowing to magic that...
Yeah, my emotion about it is not... Like, I think an argument could be made that it's lazy. I don't feel like it was lazy. I don't feel gypped or ripped off at all. But yeah, they obviously tie it up by showing that he's magical now, that in passing over to the other side, he has not had to stop doing what he's doing. If anything, it's allowed him to do it bigger and better
and scale it up
and keep going.
And that those last few scenes there with the kids and then sitting in his chair and waiting for his friend, like you mentioned, one of the staples for a Christmas movie being heartwarming. That moment for me is what, like, when I think of heartwarming, I want the final scenes to really pull at those heartstrings, and if possible, should make me shed a tear too. Right? This doesn't make me shed a tear, but it gives me that, like, real deep, warm, fuzzy, warm heart. Like, oh yes,
yeah,
nice. Like, yeah. So it hits that for me.
It does.
Hard right at the
absolutely. That's kind of my takes on it. I don't know if you have other questions you want to ask. Things you got to know.
And I had a thought about something, and now it's gone. You were talking, and I tried to make a mental note.
Sorry.
I need a notepad.
Sorry. Yeah, you're welcome to one.
What was it? Oh, I remember. So I would say, I have a small story beef with this film. And it's not major, because they kind of deal with it a little bit, but not intentionally. Is that initially Jespers and Klaus are delivering presents. How frequently would you say? Daily? At least a couple times a week.
Yeah.
At least bare minimum, they're doing it, and out of a 7-day week, they're doing it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Sure.
And then out of nowhere, gifts just stop going and they only come once a year.
Yeah.
They never really, like, Klaus talks about it with, or Jesper like pitches it to Klaus, and Klaus gets on board. But like, if I'm a kid and I'm getting a present every day or a couple times a week, because I'm writing a letter a couple times a week to this magical Santa Claus guy, and then I write him a letter and nothing comes, and I write him another letter and nothing comes, and I write him another letter, I'm going to start to get pissed with Santa Claus. Like,
Yep.
we had a deal, man. For the last several months, I've been writing you letters and you've been bringing me toys.
Yeah. What gives?
What the heck?
Yeah.
So that kind of bothers me, but the whole, and like I said, I think where they kind of touch on why this doesn't kind of like cause this town to kind of revert is the what's the phrase? One selfless act. One selfless act leads to another.
Yeah.
Right. And that that spiraling, that snowballing effect has already begun. So there's no undoing it.
Right.
And they kind of continue to touch on that, especially with the two kids of the warring families falling in love.
Yes.
Mine.
Which eventually, like,
their kids will probably be the smartest kids in that town.
it's only going to prolong the inbreeding for so long. At some point, you're still just two families.
Well, I'm sure now that it's a healthy, vibrant community, more people will come and
Why?
join
Why
the
would
town.
no? Why? Why would anyone move there? Like, that was the thing in the beginning, too. I'm like, well, people go to places like this because at some point there is a mining operation or there's a whatever.
What's the
Like,
industry?
there's a reason.
Well, there's obviously some kind of whaling community there or fishing community.
I guess. I don't know why.
Some people
Else.
want to be fishermen.
I guess. I don't know, man. I was looking at it going like, when he first arrived, I'm like, why is anyone here? Why? Why do these people live here?
Yeah.
This looks like this is hell. None of these people should be here.
How are they surviving?
Get
Where
out.
are they getting their goods from?
Yeah, get out. Go home.
Yeah.
Are you ready to rank this?
Let's do it.
Okay, sir. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate Klaus?
Klaus? Christmas movie. Oh, man. This is kind of tricky because this is the first Christmas film of this thing. It's going to set a bar.
Well, hang on. You have to. Don't think about that.
Well, I'm thinking about. I think it's important because
Rank it honestly.
Well, but I like my whole thing is like kind of ranking things in a bit of a vacuum. Christmas movies are a pretty big vacuum. Punch that mic. There you go.
Yeah, well, in a vacuum, there's no microphones to punch.
So I do kind of got to think about it a little bit because it does kind of set a bar for not only the movies you pick, but like the next movie I pick, I have to rank it by comparison to whatever this is.
Yep.
I think that's important.
Agreed.
Yeah. That being said, oh man. Somewhere between a 7 and an 8. Is it at 7.5 or is it an 8 or is it a 7? Is an 8.
It's an 8.
Yeah. There's very little I don't like about this film. Even going into it kind of feeling like in my initial impression, right? Like I went in going, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But I left loving it. Like,
right.
It's a great Christmas film. So, and like we in our discussion, that feeling I think of not sure is kind of feels kind of intentional by the end for the growth of the character. Yeah. It's an 8. It's an 8. It's a great Christmas film. If you haven't seen it, you're doing yourself disservice.
Just rush right out.
Yeah. Watch it this Christmas.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
I also gave it an 8.
Nice. High five.
I think it's a lot of fun.
That was the weakest high five ever.
Was it? I give it an 8.
Oh yeah.
That was aggressive. I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
That's the first time that's ever been used on this podcast, and it'll be the last time that's ever used on this podcast. I feel dirty. I feel gross. No, it's a lot of fun. I don't know that it will become a regular for me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not really a commentary on the quality of the film, and more just having to do with how many friggin' Christmas movies are already, like, I already don't.
You've already got well over probably close to a dozen must watches.
And I'll tell you right now, every year I fall short of watching all of the must watches.
Yeah.
And so to give something else a seat at that table, that's tricky.
Sorry.
But I am glad to have watched it. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah. I'm there with you. Like it's not going to be an every year thing. It's not entering that mandatory Christmas watch.
Yeah.
But it won't be the last time I watch it.
No.
And it'll definitely show up every once in a while.
Yeah.
At Christmas.
You'll be able to use this movie the year you tell your kids you've been lying to them for years.
Yeah.
You'll be able to be like,
Santa's not real. Neither's the Easter Bunny. Sucker.
All right,
no more presents for you.
Now it's movie time. Sit down. What'd you watch this week?
Man, almost nothing. Almost.
Wow.
And then I did watch something.
Good. Good.
Yeah. So
otherwise, this segment falls real flat.
Yeah, there was no family movie night. We had a busy weekend of
Yeah.
other things going on. I went to a live stage performance, a local theater production. A friend of mine was in. It was Christmas stage production.
Yeah,
It was
good.
Christmas Carol. It was really cool.
Yeah. Who did he play?
Yeah, he played the Ebenezer Scrooge's mentor in one of the flashbacks, the Christmas Past.
Oh, one of the school teacher mentor guy.
Not school teacher. He was like a businessman that Fezziwig. Yeah, he was Fezziwig, as well as a few side characters throughout, kind of background characters.
Fun,
but yeah, good. It was an all right. It wasn't a greatly performed show. My friend was really good, but he's done a lot of other stuff that kind of would prepare him to be better than most people that are in local theater.
What's the saying? His Hamlet is the toast of whatever.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyways,
he was the cream of the crop, but the crop wasn't great. He was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Good.
But in terms of movies and TVs, we watched a episode of The Rookie, just one, and we were able to squeeze in watching the last Maze Runner film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we finished that up.
So almost nothing, but then 2 movies and an episode of a show.
1 movie and 1 episode of a show.
Oh, right, and a stage performance.
Stage performance. Yeah. You know what's really wild about Maze Runner?
No, because I haven't seen any of them. So
only 1 movie has a maze.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really, really misnamed. It's like,
but isn't only one of them actually called Maze Runner?
No, they're all called Maze Runner subtitle.
Oh.
I think the first one is just Maze Runner, but then the last 2 are like Maze Runner Scorch Trials and Maze Runner Death Cure.
Yeah.
And it's like, but only one of them has a maze in it. Only the first one has a maze. The other ones are like, we're running through the desert. And then the last one's like, we're running through the city.
I mean, not all of the Hunger Games films actually have the games.
They all have the games, don't they? But they all, okay, even if 1 or 2 of them don't have the games in them, they are focused around
the existence
of the games.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right? The maze plays a really big role in the first one.
Yeah.
But then after that, there's reasons why they were in the maze, but the maze never comes up again.
Right.
As a important, just seems really
I'm pretty sure only the first Nightmare on Elm Street actually takes place
on Elm Street.
On Elm Street.
Yeah. There you go.
You've got that.
Yeah. So that's all I watched.
Okay.
What did you watch?
We're still watching Home Improvement.
Oh.
I can't wait till we're done watching that so that I don't have to.
More power.
We all love Al.
Was such a good show.
We're having fun with that. And I think I only watched one other thing. The other night, Brianna and I sat down. Now we did this because it's. I mean, at this point, the episode's out. We did a review of it, Pete and I. But Brianna and I watched Guillermo del Toro's new Frankenstein.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And?
It is the... Have you read the book?
The book Frankenstein?
Yeah.
No.
Mary Shelley's, no. It is probably one of the more faithful to the book adaptations. There's one or two deviations from the book that are fairly major. One that is kind of a real detriment, and the big button on that review was that, in my opinion, they completely botched the monster.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of but it's still good. Like, the movie's still good, but they botched the monster. And so that's kind of a weird, like, you really have to take that as a weighty thing in a film about Frankenstein and his monster.
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. Was that, and that's it?
Yeah. That's why I just go to listen to the episode.
Yeah. I watched, not recently, but Emily and I, there's a Frankenstein TV show.
Oh, okay.
Came out, I think it was around COVID, starring Sean Bean.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Bean?
Does he die?
I won't ruin it for you. Kind of a little, it was like, the first season was really kind of intriguing and cool, kind of murder mystery.
Oh, okay.
Trying to figure out, like,
who killed Sean Bean?
Sean Bean plays a detective.
Oh, okay.
And he's trying to figure out somebody's digging up corpses and cutting off limbs and leaving the rest to rot, and they're trying to figure out, like, who's doing this. And he's the detective in charge. And the season ends, and we never went back to finish because we felt a little bit gypped by the way the last episode of the first season went. It was like they throw this big hook to the story and this big curveball, and it just felt weird.
Felt dirty.
Yeah. So we became disinterested really quick. But the first season, up until that last episode, was really intriguing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all listed down below. We have a Patreon page where you can support the show, get some fun perks in return. And we have merch.
It's not Christmas unless you give somebody a Movie Men merchandise.
You'll fail Christmas.
Yeah.
You will fail Christmas.
If there's not a Movie Men stocking on your mantle,
you will have misunderstood the assignment.
Everybody will disown you.
Yeah.
And you will never get Christmas presents again.
Exactly. I think that's 100%. Yeah. That could not be more.
It's a true story. I heard about a dude.
Could not
happened
be more
to him
accurate.
last year.
Yeah. Friend of a friend.
Yeah.